This next video we're going to get into is by Anton Daniels, who y'all seen a couple of videos I've done with him. He's good looking at, so basically a family argument after a mother's passing ends up in 5 different bodies, which is, I don't even understand, but let's get right into that.
I don't know what to make of it. In 31 plus years of this job, this ranks up there with one of the crazier ones I've heard.
And we begin with breaking news out of the west side of Detroit, where 5 family members have been sent to the hospital, all of them with gunshot wounds. Detroit police say there was a fight between family members and then things escalated into a full-on shootout. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Hillary Goulston.
And I'm Dave Spencer. We are learning more now about the conditions of those multiple victims. Fox 2's Camille Mary joins us live from the scene. Camille, so much to unpack here. Where to start?
Yeah, 2 people, though, are critical condition and 3 in temp serious. But let's talk about what happened. Let's rewind the clock back to yesterday. And that's what led up to all this. Is a family member died after a long-term illness. She was an elderly woman. And then today, all the family members were together trying to discuss logistics after a passing, what to do as far as funeral arrangements go, where to have the body taken, when all of a sudden chaos broke out. A physical altercation, then a shooting. We know right now, as I said at the top, that 2 brothers in their 50s in critical condition, and then 3 women who are also family members. One of them, the
Let me say this. There should be no reason 2 50-year-old family members who are brothers, should be fighting after their mother passes away. There should be none of that. We can have a discussion about what's going to happen. The mother would not want to see this. There's no reason that we should be fighting right now after our mother passed away. That is just insane. But let's keep going. You know, Anton's going to say something crazy.
The wife of one of the brothers, and then also a niece who was in her 20s, also in the hospital. Now,
this is a prime example of you have to go ahead and divest yourself against the community, because it doesn't matter how old that they are. These dudes are in their 50s. This isn't even a situation where, like, you know, I've heard of situations over in Chicago where, you know, YNs, they got to roll back up on their ops because one person got killed in a drive-by, so they shoot up the funeral. And that's as bad as it gets, right? But you also have a group of people in the community, and this is why you can't live around everybody. This is why you can't reform the hood. It is made up of a group of people that live their life a certain way, and they never grow past how old they were in high school. They grow older in their physical form, but their mentality and the inside of who they are in their hearts, they are still 18, 19, 20, and 21 years old, rolling around.
Now, let me say, I feel the same way he does. You cannot, if you're the only person who wants to change your community, you will not make a difference. Now, you can't be the only one in the whole community trying to make a change, because they will, just because you change and you want change, they're still going to treat it just like it's the hood. They have to want to change. It can't be, we're tired. They have to be tired of all the violence and everything that's happening in the community and want to change. It cannot be just one person. I'm tired of this. No, it's never going to happen. And if your community doesn't want to change, then I'm sorry, you have to leave. You cannot stay there if you are trying to grow and trying to better yourself and your family in the same community that's going to keep trying to hold you down. Now you can say, and you can't just leave. No, you need to leave the community if it's not helping you grow and it's just holding you and your family back. But let's keep going into what Anton has to say.
It don't matter if they get married. You heard them say that it was a wife of somebody that was ultimately injured also. 5 people are now injured because 2 people got into a confrontation And this kind of extends into my conversation with Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, because we have grown adults with children mindsets raising other children, and we can't teach them how to be emotionally intelligent because nobody can walk away. Everybody has got their pride on their shoulder. Whatever it is that happened.
Now, I don't know if we can just bring Carmelo's family into this because we don't know about Carmelo's family. All we can do is that I believe, and I believe most people believe, that the child is a reflection of how he was raised. If they were raised correctly, then they should behave correctly. But we don't know how their family situation is.
Argument breaks out, probably some old wounds that was never healed, people beefing, next thing you know, and don't nobody scrap no more, right? We was able to kind of hide this for a long time because people used to put up their hands. Win or lose, you just get into a confrontation. It really don't even matter, right? You was able to kind of hide it and get away with it for a long time. Now it's 10 times worse because people now, everybody got a pistol. Everybody and their mother got a pistol, and people are willing to shoot it out. The wives there, I remember, and it's just kind of it kind of reminds me of a lot of the different situations where people are saying like, man, if my girl was there, she better jump. Okay, now she got hit too. Ain't no telling, probably kids somewhere crying. You got one funeral.
Now, I said this about the Carmelo Anthony case. Why are kids or teens, or it can just be anyone, why are people so quick to go for a gun instead of using their hands? Is it because they don't believe in their fist, or is it just that some people will say that they don't want to end up on a video on YouTube? That used to be the thing. We used to say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to end up on YouTube." What did Charleston White? What did he say? He said he was making, I don't know, he was making a joke, but he was like, if I get knocked down or something like this, I get beat down, knocked out, and I get up and see those people with the phones, I'm gonna shoot the people with the phones. There's no if your hands don't work and they're not good, you can't shoot out to solve the problems. Take your beating, go home, and get your hands right. That way everybody still living. They're going to be a little embarrassed, upset, but that'll make them work harder and get their hands together. There should be no reason we just killing people on the street when this could have been just solved with just a normal fist fight, and we doing throughout our day. You're going to be hurt a little bit, but you're going to go back home, eat, get up, and be ready to go to work the next day. Jesus. Now someone gets shot, you get in trouble for shooting somebody, now you're in jail, and two lives are wasted. There's no, just like Carmelo Anthony, use your hands. That way, instead of both y'all lives being ruined, the only person who's upset, the only person who's affected is the person who lost the fight. Then come back, get your hands right, and then go back to school and deal with the picking on. Just get your hands right, and then if you got to, you get upset again, fight them again if you got to. But there should be no reason you should be resorting to killing somebody. Now, it's never good to resort to violence, but there should be a level of violence that you picking up a weapon and using it against somebody is way different than you just settling it with your hands. But let's keep going into it.
Well, everybody is supposed to be coming together and fixing a situation, and they grieving over it, but then it turns into chaos because everybody is so evil. Who knows? And it could be over anything. It could be over a wound. It could be over something that she left, that somebody arguing about, that they felt like they was entitled to. It could be anything. And as soon as you see a situation where emotions get high, things escalate and it turns negative. And so it don't matter if this just so happened to be in Detroit, right? Now you got the whole neighborhood in your business, everybody mad, and five adults this makes us look bad, not even us, but the culture look bad.
5 adults are in the hospital. It is reason that five adults should be in the hospital. Grown adults should be in the hospital dealing with it.
Are you going to tell them, hey, you got to do things differently? You can't be caught up in this nonsense. The police should be able to use their resources for things that is more conducive for what it is that we need to solve for as far as continuing to keep crime down in the neighborhoods and all of that. But no, they got to sit here and oversee it and sort through evidence and use taxpayer dollars and resources to figure out who's going to get charged, who pulled first, who was in self-defense, and it's all just emotional. At some point, anybody could have de-escalated this situation and said, you know what? You got it, fam. My bad. I ain't even tripping about it. Nope, we got to stand on business. Nope, we got to get our egos involved. Nope, we got to get our wives shot too.
The Assistant Chief Fitzgerald talks about this way better than I can. So I want you to listen to what he has to say in his own words.
I just seen her yesterday.
Sounds like
I seen her patrolling yesterday. I seen her on street patrol.
It started with the 2 brothers in a physical altercation.
See?
Gun falls out of the one brother's waistband. Another brother picks it up, fires a shot. Others return fire to defend that person. And even when the original officers, the responding officers arrived at scene, they were still fighting on the front lawn. One of the family members had a broom, hit another family member with the broom.
Y'all fighting on the front lawn for the whole neighborhood to see y'all problems is crazy, man.
And embarrassing themselves in front of the entire street. Ain't nobody tripping. I'm sure somebody got it on camera. It's probably on Facebook somewhere.
World
Okay,
star.
so right now we know that there was also a person who was inside the house. This all happened outside, but who was inside the house, who is suffering from a stroke, who is recovering from that. Police.
Jesus. And then Greg Gam done got a stroke too. Somebody else's auntie done caught the stroke. So they out there with brooms. Somebody having a stroke because they stressing out. The situation has already escalated because of somebody that passed away in the family. The brothers is out there fighting on the front lawn. One gun drops. One of the brothers pick it up. Fire a shot. Everybody. This is absolute chaos.
This is too insane for this to be a normal family. You can't. This is not how a normal family should operate. This is just dysfunction at its finest. There is no reason that this. Y'all shouldn't. Y'all, this is how y'all act. Y'all should not be together at all.
For me, time to move. Put the house up for sale. I don't care if we short sell it. I don't care if we enough. Enough is enough. And I don't want to talk to no more family members. We done. Nothing else for us to talk about. When it got to get to this point where somebody's life is on the line, we done. It's over.
Somebody drop a gun and people are immediately firing. I'm done with cookouts, man. Family reunions. I'm living. Call me before if you want to see me. I'll stop by. Don't get my address. Jesus.
Worried that he could have maybe been hit in this, but he's okay. And then also a bullet hit another house. Luckily, no one was hit. Right now, it's kind of a hectic situation because someone walked up. He actually walked up to us first and then to police because he's trying to get to his house back there. He's screaming at police. Police are trying to get him to calm down. He doesn't appear to be related to all.
What is this neighborhood? There's nah.
All of this, but still kind of adding to the stress and the chaos of this scene. But for now, that's what's going on. Of course, we're going to stay on top of this and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it. Reporting live, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, whenever you're dealing with these domestic situations, we know emotions can run high. Do we know if the family members who were not injured are cooperating with the investigation at this point?
Nope.
Well, again, interesting. And also, too, I didn't even tell you where this was. This is in Detroit, Sussex and Linden. Again, I apologize for kind of the chaos. You can probably hear the screaming behind me. But we do know that one of the people arrested, a woman, is also believed to be a family member. But who shot who? One of the people who shot is in the hospital, but police still trying to sort it all out. Just a very chaotic, messy scene. And again, this with this neighbor arguing with police is not helping matters at all.
Nope. Ain't nobody helping nobody. Ain't nobody gonna snitch. We just gonna go ahead and keep escalating it until it gets to the point where somebody dies, and then we gonna claim victim, and it's the system that's against us. Listen, the biggest part of this is that we have to de-escalate. We have to learn how to control our emotions, de-escalate, and then let that lead us into a peaceful resolution. And we got to get rid of the anger that is in our heart, that is pent up, so that when you start to find yourself in this type of situation, whether it's somebody that you ran into or somebody that passed away and you just come together, y'all need to put away the ego and try to figure out how you can solve for it. But somebody at some point has to be the bigger person, or you're going to find yourself in a situation like this that makes it difficult for you to even plan for funerals. Now somebody else might have to be planning for a funeral. And ain't nobody telling the police, ain't nobody snitching. You can forget about it. Let me know what y'all think.
Anton is 100% correct. Someone has to be the bigger person. We cannot, as a people, we cannot go right to violence in an argument. There should be no reason that we are starting to fight when we are having a discussion. Even if it's passionate discussion, we cannot go to swinging or throwing hands, and especially picking up weapons. We cannot stoop that low to where we would just start swinging on people. It's crazy. That is crazy. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.